What's happening, baseball fans? We back with some Baltimore Orioles franchise, and believe it or not, today is the last episode of the 2020 regular season. Now, I know at the end of the last episode, I was telling you that we were going to pitch with Rodriguez and see what he's about, but I was thinking to myself, why? Why do that? We're not really in the running for the playoffs, and I want to get to the point where we're really rebuilding. We did a few trades throughout the season, bringing in Aaron Bummer, bringing in Jorge Polanco, and a couple other things, but I'm really ready to hit free agency. I think we showed the world that we got some good bats, and now we just need the pitching staff to match it, and I'm ready to compete, and we won't start competing till next year at the minimum. So, we're going to get through this season, see who win awards, go through the league, and just do a yearly recap. And the next episode, we will be in the offseason. But before we do that, let's get a word from our sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. If you did not know, Raid Shadow Legends' third birthday is this month. And in honor of their 3-year birthday, I decided to put together my top 3 champions that I'm looking forward to play with. Number 1 on the list is Painkeeper. Painkeeper is a rare champion from the Dark Elves faction. Number 2 on my list is Graybeard. And then when the homies told me about Graybeard, I looked up the picture, and just by the way it looks, I need that. I need that champion. And the last one is Doomscreech. Doomscreech is one of the few champions in the game to boost turn meter while also increasing the defense of all of your team. And with it being the 3-year anniversary, they've got an insane amount of things in store. Raid's kicking things off with free gifts for everyone, then adding in a bunch of new content and events. We're talking about new champions and new artifact sets. This is the best time to get started in Raid, so what I need from you is to hit that link in the description or scan the QR code on screen, because you're getting $40 worth of things for the free. A huge birthday special. It's Raid's birthday, but they're giving you the gifts. We're talking about 3 free champions at once. Misericord, Tiger Soul, Romeo, plus 10 Magic, Force, and Spirit XP brews. The reward will only be available for the next 30 days for new players. All this treasure will be waiting for you here. All new and existing players get a bunch of free birthday gifts worth over $25. Just enter promo code 3YearsRaid to get your hands on everything. Promo code is available until the 14th of May. I want to say thank you again to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Hit that link in the description, download the game, and get all these free prizes. Let's get back to the video. Yeah, Kenny got a sponsor on the baseball channel. Can you believe that? Okay, so we are 9.5 games out of first place. Again, not likely that we're going to get that spot, but I think for the most part, we had a successful season, all things considered. I think a lot of people expected us to be last in our division for sure, but I don't think people expected us to be just 4 games under 500 at this point in the season. We had some time when we were the #1 team in the AL East, but things fell back down to earth. If you're looking at overall rankings this season, 22nd overall, but the contact and power are pretty good. The speed is pretty good, and a lot of that is Jorge Mateo and stuff. Speed is pretty good, defense is trash, and then the pitching is trash, and those are 2 places that I want to like help us in the offseason. But before we even get to the offseason, we got to get done with this regular season. And I just want, one thing I got DM'd a couple times on Twitter, so shout out to everybody that's hitting me up on Twitter. It was about the depth chart. And I haven't looked at the depth chart, but people are saying that the depth chart at MLB tells you what the players overall is going to be next season. I didn't know that was a thing, so let's go check it out. So this is our current year. As you can see, our guy Austin Hayes all the way up to an 88. I don't even know we started at this. Actually, I'm done with the hat. We're not playing no games, and it's like 90 degrees in Chicago, and it's hot in my room with all these lights on. No hat needed. But this is what our overalls are right now. John Means at an 82. We got Eric Lauers at a 77. We got Grayson Rodriguez here, and then we got like DL Hall, one of our young guys. Adley Rutschman's at a 78. But if we go to the next season, Cedric Mullins jumps up 6 overall. That's interesting. Jorge Polanco actually drops in overall by 1. We have Colton coming up to the majors next season at like a 76, which is pretty good considering he's only a 70 right now. He's killing it down to AAA, hitting 284 with 12 home runs on the year. Eric Lauer becomes the best pitcher on the team, and Rodriguez jumps from a 74 to a 77. DL Hall only jumps up 2 though. His potential did drop this year, and I believe that I had something to do with this. People are saying if you bring somebody too early or bring them up to the majors too early, it can hurt their progression, and maybe we did that. He ended up pitching 75 innings. I guess we still have a month to go, and he has a 6 ERA, which of course is not very good, but look at his service time. You know, he's only got 30 games of experience and only 6 of those starting, and I guess I kind of messed up his progression because he's only jumping up 2 overalls for next season. We got Adley Rutschman jumping up about 3, Ryan Mountcastle goes down one, which is interesting because he's only, 25? He's 25 years old. So to see him go down is kind of surprising. Ramon Urias goes up 2. And then we're seeing Tony Santander go down in overall. So he hits arbitration this year. We got to figure out if we want to keep him around. One thing I kind of regret when I was thinking back on it, I kind of regret that we did not trade Trey Mancini. Now, I know if you're a Baltimore Orioles fan, you're a big fan of Trey Mancini. His story is inspiring for sure. But he's 30 years old. He's hitting free agency, not arbitration, but clearly free agency. And then next season, I mean, he's going to be off the roster, but I'm assuming that his overall is going to drop. So I got to figure out if I want to bring him back. And this is not like the NBA where there's like sign and trades. I can't sign him to send him to his next team immediately. But Heston goes up to a 71. He might be ready for the majors. He's 23 years old. I mean, he's got to come up eventually. And in the minors, you know, he had 276. And OPS is 816. So that's cool. What about the year after that? Cedric Mullins jumps up to a 97. Austin Hayes a 90. Adley Rutschman's an 85. Eric Lauer's up to an 84. John Means stays about 83-ish. I'm okay with that. John Means might be our ace right now, but I don't look at him as the ace of the future. He's just a guy. If we could get him to be our third best starter in our rotation, magnificent. You know what I'm saying? Right now, he's our ace, and even like in year number 3, D.L. Hall just doesn't improve. It takes 5 years for him to even come close to 80 overall club. I don't really like that. So we might try to look to use him as a trade piece this next season. I mean, still gonna have at least B potential, and he's gonna have some reps under him, but we got a lot of decisions to make. But first of all, we got to get through this year. And I turned off critical situations because at this point, like I said, we're not really planning for anything. So I'm okay. I'm completely okay with just letting the simulation go. I want to try to end around 500 if we can somehow do that, but we just got swept in a 2-game series with the Washington Nationals. So that doesn't help our chances. But hey, anything can happen. Just like that, we win 2 out of 3 against Toronto and then swept by Detroit, who's not very good. Oh, no, Detroit looked like they might be a playoff team. I don't know. I ain't looked at the rest of the standings. We're going to get to that once we get closer and closer to the end of this year, which is basically 2 weeks away. I want to say I appreciate everybody that's been watching for the first year. It's been a blast. Our AAA team did not make it. Our AA team did not make it, and then our main team is not going to make it either. I'm just letting you know that right now. Actually, before we even get to the next or the end of their seasons, let me just go take a look at these things. Okay, yeah, I just want to take a look at final stats for the guys that we care about in our system. Gunnar Henderson ended up hitting 258 with 10 home runs, 40 overalls, RBIs, and 400 plate appearances. Then Heston, there we already saw that. Colton hit 267. Okay, we got some people that's hot over here. B potential. Jordan Westberg, and just 190 plate attempts. He 254 to end the year. Okay, all right, not too bad. And then AA, I don't even know if we have anybody in AA that we should really care about. I mean, 21-year-old guy, center fielder Reed. I mean, he did all right over here. I don't even know why I do this stuff because I'm not even good at reading statistics in baseball. Yeah, there's still things that I don't completely understand. So I'm looking at these stats mostly for y'all, for the diehard baseball fan, and say, oh, he's doing good, going bad. Because honestly, I couldn't even tell you. You feel me? Oh, Dean ended up in AA. That's a shame because he was starting for us earlier in the season, and he ended up in AA where he struggled. He had a 4.82 in AA. It's wraps for Dean, bro. Dean's, I don't want to say career's over, but hey, Dean, golly, that's not great. We don't have any like high potential pitchers in AA, so I don't really care about that. Bryce Jarvis is one of the dudes that we traded for at the deadline, and he ended up having a 2.36 ERA in AAA, which is pretty good. In 42 innings, that's somebody we need to keep a lookout. Hopefully, his potential can go up, even though he only has a 3-pitch repertoire. I don't know. Maybe he turns into a reliever down the line. I don't really know. Maybe he's one of our best relievers once we win the World Series in a couple seasons. Then other than that, a lot of these dudes don't have potential that we should be worried about. Spencer Watkins, actually, his potential is at D. I remember his potential being at D. It's up to a C. He's 29 years old. I don't know what that's about, but I take it, I guess. Guy has F potential. Jeez. I mean, we just don't have a lot going on in this organization, huh? All right, so that's the minors, and now we can move over and finish up the season in the majors. And in this series with the Red Sox, where we win, I said we wanted to finish 500. We definitely did not do that. We got our last series of the season against New York, who's not even in the running for a wild card spot at this point. So we both just out here playing baseball because we love the game and for nothing else. And we ended up winning that. But we ended up with 77 wins. And according to Fox Sports, in real life, the over-under for the Baltimore Orioles were 62 wins. So we exceeded our expectations going into the season, which is a dub. It's a successful season if you ask me. But the playoffs are on. We got the White Sox and the Boston Red Sox in the ALDS. The wild card is between the Angels and the Mariners. The Houston Rockets are waiting to see who wins that. The Cubs, hold on. The Cubs end up and making the playoffs over some pretty solid teams over there, man. The Mets also are there. So we got the Giants and the Dodgers for the wild card spot. That's crazy. And then we got the Padres waiting to see who wins that. But I got to go over to awards and stuff. Actually, league leaders first of all. Cedric Mullins led the entire league in runs. That's amazing. Batting average is here. Marcus Semien. Oh my God, the Rangers had a couple hitters. Oh my God, they had 3 hitters, top 5 and batting average in the AL this year, and they didn't make the playoffs. That's just the way baseball works. It can't just all be one thing. Ramon Urias ended up top 8. Cedric Mullins was number 10. So we had some, this was actually a huge successful season for him. 20 home runs. And I was trying to figure out what we do with him. And I mean, if he's going to keep up this type of production, which is probably unlikely, I'm okay with him being on this team for the foreseeable future. Total hits, Nathaniel Lau, or maybe it's low for him. I don't know. Some people I know low. Some people I know is loud. I'm just going to say that. Cedric Mullins and Ramon Urias ended up 2 and 3 there. So that's great for us. At bats don't really matter. Doubles, Randy Arozarena wins it by 1. He might have got 1 in that last at bat. Legend. Wanted to differentiate himself from the other 5 people that also ended up with 40. And then when it came to triples, Bo Bichette had 14. Ahmad Rosario ended up with 13. Home runs, Aaron Judge had 55 home runs this season. Free agent Aaron Judge, by the way. I just realized, since I'm recording this at the height of the day, my lighting is crazy. How about that? We just use natural lighting. I was just washed out the entire first half of this video. My apologies. 55 home runs is insane. I don't know what records are, but 55 seem like it should be. All right, I'm looking it up. Most home runs in the season. Oh, I'm sorry. 73 from Barry Bonds. I actually remember that because there was a whole documentary about that last home run and the guy that got the ball. And I remember watching that. Mike Trout ended up with 50 plus as well. Brandon Lau ended up with 48 after coming off wow, Brandon Lau. Is he a free agent too? No, he signed an extension. I was going to say, if I need some middle infield play, at 27 years old, boy, I swear I'll take that bat in a heartbeat. I swear I would. Then we got Vladdy Jr., Marcus Semien, Yordan Alvarez. First Oriole is here, and it is Cedric Mullins. And the 5'8" center fielder ended up hitting 35. Okay. RBIs, Mike Trout wins that, beating Marcus Semien and Yordan Alvarez, and Vladdy Jr. is right behind him as well. Total runs, like I said, Cedric Mullins beats out Mike Trout by just 1, but Ramon Urias is also top 5. Stolen bases, Whit Merrifield, who don't even have the top end speed, but he's got all the other stuff, steal 99. And then we got Miles Straw, which makes sense. I was at the Guardians game a little while ago, and they said he ran a 4.44 40 back in high school or college. So speed, for sure, speed. Walks, on base percentage, slugging percentage, OPS. Where's OPS plus? I don't know what that even means. I just know people say it all the time. Wins. I don't even recognize this name. Chris Flexen. Love it. Love the name, Chris. With 22 wins on the year. Oh my God. He was 22-4. The next person had 15 wins. He dominated the win column. His ERA was sub 3. He dominated the win column. The bats came out to play when he was on the mound. He got them boys going, and the least amount of losses is him and Lucas Giolito. Shout out to my ace, or one of my aces in Chicago. We got a few of them things, you know what I'm saying? My ace. And then, yeah, there's that. Saves goes to Emmanuel Clase. Where's our guy? I mean, for a team that won 77 games, to have Tyler Wells here is a dub, and I appreciate him and all of his success. And then we get ERA. We got Jose. I forget how to pronounce his name, and I just learned it a couple days ago. I forget. We got Zach Plesac, and then we got Verlander. We got 6 people that are sub 3, and then Lucas Giolito exactly at 3. Home runs allowed. Michael Kopech was last in the league. Shutouts. We got Garrett Cole and Shohei Ohtani, and the strikeouts with Shohei Ohtani. Where's my guy? Wow. No love for Dylan Cease and MLB The Show simulation. No love for Dylan Cease. All right, now if I trade for him, he gonna lead the league in strikeouts, complete games, innings pitched, walks allowed, Do you care about this? Pitcher war, batting war, and then we back here. And now I got to do the same thing for the NL. Okay. Fernando Tatis, Freddie Freeman, and Lorenzo Cain at 35 years old ends up, oh my God, he had a year a little while ago. Oh, it was only 5 games. He must have got injured or something. I don't know. But that's a crazy season for him. Ends up 3rd in the NL in total batting average. Total hits is Ozzie Albies. At bats, okay. Doubles, Fernando Tatis. Triple goes to Tommy Edman. Then we got 48 home runs for Fernando Tatis. Same thing with RBIs. He led. Same thing with runs. I'm guessing that he's probably the NL MVP. He's leading in almost everything. Stolen bases, Tommy Pham almost won it, but Trey Turner ends up taking it by just 1. Jonathan Villar stole 40 bases. I guess he did that in Baltimore here. I didn't know he had speed like that. We learn something new every single day. Base on balls is there. On base percentage, slugging percentage, OPS. Wins is Joe Musgrove, and then Mike Clevenger. And then losses is Scherzer. And where's DeGrom? DeGrom get hit around a little bit. He had 9 losses on the season, 14-9. He had a 241 though. I mean, I can't be mad at him. Okay, there's total saves at 55. Jeez. ERA, he had the best ERA in the game, but his team never bring the bats out when he's pitching. He had the best ERA in the conference. And then Marcus Stroman, my short king. Look at the way DeGrom stands, and look at Marcus Stroman's, like the picture difference is just because he's a short king. And then home runs allowed, shutouts, and then strikeouts. Corbin Burns takes that. Complete games, Julio Urias, and the innings pitch, walks allowed, whip, pitching war, batting war, and we back here. Okay, now we go to awards. It's gonna tell me who won our award. I'm gonna guess Silver Slugger went to. No. Mike Trout is in our conference, isn't he? Let's see. Okay, so we got 2 Gold Glove awards, and it's Jorge Polanco and Adley Rutschman. That's it. The MVP went to Mike Trout with his 52 home runs this season. Then it was Aaron Judge, then it was Vladdy Jr. In the NL, yes, it was Tatis, Freddie Freeman, and Matt Olson. These 2 guys, they replaced Freddie Freeman with Matt Olson and got pretty much the same productivity. So I think that's kind of a dub. Cy Young goes to Garrett Cole and Matt Clevenger. Batting title goes to Luis Arias. Don't know how to pronounce that. He's only 24 years old, so that's huge for them. I mean, last year he was really good as well. I don't recognize his name like that. So I'm a casual baseball fan. But he ended up winning the batting title for the AL. Then NL was Fernando Tatis. Then we got the reliever of the year. Dang, I thought we had a chance with our guy Tyler Wells, but instead it goes to Iglesias. And then we have, oh my God, Giovanni. And then now we got Rookie of the Year, Alex Manoah, Wander Franco, and then Spencer Torkelson, O'Neal Cruz. Yes. Seiya Suzuki. I mean, the Cubs are really good somehow. I'm so surprised at that, bro. Hank Aaron Award goes to Mike Trout, Fernando Tatis. Do we care about Gold Glovers? Probably not. I just want to see if Austin Hayes was number 3, Cedric Mullins was number 3. So yeah, I mean, it said our defense is one of the worst in the league, but we have a couple people that were in the running for Gold Glove, so I'm not even mad at it. Silver Slugger, do we have anybody in the running for that? Not even, huh? Oh, Cedric Mullins. Did he not win it? He won it. Yay! Woo! There's a Silver Slugger for Cedric Mullins, and that's pretty much it. And now we got to figure out who's going to go on to win the World Series. Again, I'm so surprised that the Cubs ended up in the place that they are. I mean, they were just 2 games over 500. Oh my God, the division was terrible. That's insane. The wild card, oh my God. They won 100. Wait. Let me make sure I'm reading this correctly. They won 107 games and our wild card team. That's insanity. Advance a day. Advance another day. The Dodgers beat the Giants in the wild card game out in the NL. What about the AL? Go one more day in the future. And then the Mariners beat the Angels. What the heck? I'm upset if I'm a Giants fan because the Cubs are 2 games over 500 and they're in the playoffs definitely. We won more games than them, a lot more games than them, and we got eliminated in the wild. That's just baseball, I guess. Isn't that the saying? That's just baseball. All right, let's see who ends up winning. I said the Cubs suck, but hey, they swept the Mets. And now we got Cubs, Dodgers, and the White Sox don't lose. I'm still rooting for you, White Sox. I'm still rooting for you. And you're going against one of our rivals. I'm rooting for the White Sox, and they beat them. So it went the distance in both of the AL series. And we got White Sox versus Astros, Cubs versus Dodgers. Let's get into it. Dodgers win game 1. White Sox win a game. Are the White Sox going to be in the World Series? I'm kind of rooting for White Sox Cubs now, but we're going to get White Sox Dodgers in the World Series. Let's see who's going to win. Actually, is there any way? I want to see if I can watch some of these games. We can only just straight up simulate. We can't like jump in. 1-0 game, a pitching duel between Lucas Giolito and Walker Buehler. Game number 2 is a loss for the almighty White Sox again. Wow, okay. All right, game 3 is going to be another pitching duel between, why is Lopez in the Chicago White Sox rotation? The White Sox are down 3-0 in this series. It looks like they do not get swept because Garrett Crochet comes in. Can we do the reverse? Can we do? Nope. The Dodgers win the World Series. Shout out to the Dodgers, man. Shout out to the Dodgers. Thought we was gonna pull off a Red Sox to the Yankees. Isn't that a thing that happened? And then Will Smith wins World Series MVP. And then, wow, postseason MVP goes to Eloy Jimenez. Jose Abreu was there, and then Lou Bob was there as well. Cody Bellinger, Mookie Betts, and then Trey Turner in the NL. And that is the end of the 2022 season. I appreciate you watching this, man. This was a blast. I'm going into my first offseason, and hopefully I don't choke it all away. I know nothing about the offseason, and hopefully the next video will be out by Monday because I'm recording it right after this one, all right? Hopefully we put together a great team. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you soon.